Recreation Services Coordinator for the City of Jackson Department of Parks and Rec, Mason Kaiser.
How are we doing, gentlemen?
Good.
Morning.
Welcome to Jackson.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. So talk a little bit about how you ended up in Jackson with this great job at our great rec department.
So I actually was born and raised about an hour north of Detroit.
Okay.
So Michigan has always been home to me, and I've loved it. I got my bachelor's at the Grand Valley State University in exercise science, and there I started reffing and working with their intramural program.
Okay.
So kind of got me started in this kind of rec area. From there, I went to the University of Wyoming, where I became a graduate assistant for their competitive sports program, so club sports, intramural sports, and got my first master's in kinesiology. Came back to Michigan, decided I wasn't quite done with school, but I didn't want to go for my PhD yet, so I finished my master's. I kind of started online at Grand Valley State in adult and higher education, while still keeping kind of that whole recreation in mind. Decided, you know what, let's kind of start growing up and getting a real job. So I had always made a promise to myself that I wanted to live in the New England states. So I started applying for jobs out there and actually got a job running the intramural and club sport program at Dartmouth College,
Okay.
which I hear you're from Vermont.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so I actually lived in Vermont while I was there. Decided it was time to come home. I missed family. COVID kind of zapped any chance I had. So just kind of was like, all right, it's time. Started looking for jobs, and I saw
Very
this
cool.
posted, and I was like, you know what, let's try it.
Very cool. Very cool. Good timing. And I've talked to the staff, and they're so pleased to have you. It's a heck of a town we have with youth sports, especially. I'm
Yeah.
sure you've heard about the soccer programs, the football, basketball programs.
Yeah.
What's going to be your kind of main role within the department?
So right now my main role is getting the soccer ready. We're looking at north of probably 800 or 900 kids.
That's crazy.
40-something teams. I was just joking with everybody out front that, you know, like week or two ago, I was getting 2 or 3, registration forms a day. Now I'm getting 20 or 30.
Yeah.
So they're kind of starting to stack up on my desk while I'm trying to do everything else. But I'll focus on that. Daddy-daughter dance, basketball in the winter, a lot of the booze center, Nixon Park. I'll be taking over all of those
Cool.
kind of responsibilities.
It's awesome.
Well, we should mention that Mason has the job previously held by Andy's brother Joe,
That's
who
right.
now works here at JTV.
And I have to say, Joe did a phenomenal job setting me up for success. If there was ever anything I needed, go check Joe's files. He kept great files, and I have to thank him for that. And I think
That's
I
cool.
thanked him multiple times.
That's good to hear, for sure. I, over the course of the last few years, these new rec sports are just taking over. Pickleball, obviously, is one.
Right.
Number one. That's the next big thing. What about tennis, baseball? Have you seen this yet?
Tennis, baseball.
Tennis, baseball. Everyone in the field has a racket
Okay.
and a glove. Have you seen this one?
No, I
Oh, it's
haven't.
very good, and I
Okay.
think it's something that maybe you guys should look into.
Okay.
Yeah. Pitchers, batters, first baseman, you gotta throw it up, hit it, catch it. Everything is tennis.
Okay.
I think it's like extreme tennis baseball or something.
Great idea.
It is a great idea.
I like. So instead of a bat, you have a tennis.
Everything's everyone's got
Also
a
with the
tennis
regular-
racket. Even if you're out and outfield, like if you scoop it up with the glove, then
You
you
have
gotta
to-
hit it in.
Okay, now you have my interest.
I like it.
All
Is
right.
it a baseball or a tennis ball?
It's a tennis ball.
Ah,
I feel like you'd put a big old hole in the
Yeah,
tennis
it's a
racket if
tennis
you used
ball.
a baseball.
that's true.
So, it's pretty reasonable cost to get
Yeah.
that started. So I think we should do it.
Flag football's coming back.
Yes, flag football is coming back. Antonio Parker, head coach, he's taking over on that. They actually started tonight. They start to practice tonight. He's pretty excited. Good. He's just happy to have that program
Now
back.
you played football, you played sports growing up. How cool is it that the youth sports or youth football director is also the varsity coach at Jackson High,
That
which
is-
happens to have the nicest facility in the state?
Yeah, no kidding. That is actually awesome. I can remember growing up playing like Little League, Pop Warner football, and sometimes some of the equipment wasn't the best, and as a volunteer coach, but now you have the big man on campus running your program
Yeah.
for you. So it's like, okay, that's nice. And he obviously has the head coaching job for a reason. He has more knowledge and can be a little bit more helpful than, not putting anybody down, but more
Yeah.
helpful than most people could probably be.
Yeah.
What's your favorite sport?
It's like asking me to pick which dog is my favorite. I excelled at both football and wrestling. I think I miss wrestling the most, but it's something I still do to this day. I'll go help coach
Nice.
or jump in and ref a tournament if I can.
Very cool. Yeah, we're always short on officials, as we know.
Yeah.
So are there any things that you've seen in Wyoming or Dartmouth or in your travels that you want to bring to Jackson?
The only thing that I've really seen is out east, there's a big push for like golf, disc golf, everything like that. I think it'd be cool to kind of try and get something going around here. I know there's a big underground following for disc golf, but I think with all of the parks and the space we have available, I think that's a great opportunity to get something going here for that.
Rugby's big in the East.
Rugby, yeah.
Rugby is huge.
Yeah.
So my dog sitter is actually the captain of the Dartmouth women's rugby team.
Oh, wow.
And she just got named captain again today.
That's
so
cool.
I sent her a text and said, "Hey, congratulations."
Yeah.
So
what's that sport like to watch in person?
very, very difficult if you don't understand what's going on.
Okay.
But as soon as you have kind of like a rudimentary grasp of it, you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like...
It's fun to watch, I can tell
it
you
is fun
that.
to
Yeah,
watch.
it is.
Yeah.
It's hard work.
It's
to play
very
rugby.
physical.
Yeah, but it was explained to me it's actually safer than playing football.
Really?
Because if you think about it, if you're in football, you're fighting for every last yard, every last inch. In rugby, once you're tackling and you go down, you're down. There is no need to fight. You just pass the ball to your teammate and you just move on. So that actually made sense in my brain. I'm like, oh, that does make it safer. Like, yeah, there are some big hits, and yeah, I'm sure there are injuries, but you're not trying to kill yourself out there.
All right, well, maybe tennis, baseball, or rugby.
I'm going to send you a video after this, and
Okay.
I think we're going to be talking. Yeah, it's cool.
Good luck in your new position.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much.
Congratulations.
New Recreation Services Coordinator with the Jackson Recreation Department, Mason Kaiser. Up next, the Jackson Young Professionals and Bright Walls. Stay tuned.